Welcome to Review Central, your trusted source for practical reviewers and exam preparation materials. In this video, we're featuring a TOEFL reading practice test designed to help you improve your reading comprehension, vocabulary, and test-taking speed. Your passage is titled The Origins of Chocolate. Since this is a practice test for the TOEFL Reading Subtest, the passage will not be read aloud. You'll read it yourself, just as you would in the actual TOEFL exam. You'll have 3 minutes to read the passage, following the same timing used in the real test. Read carefully, and once you're done, try answering the 10 questions that follow. If you need more time, you may pause the video at any point before proceeding. Let's get started.
Question number 1. What evidence suggests that cacao was important to the Olmec civilization? A. They used it as a primary food source. B. It was cultivated for ceremonial and luxury purposes. C. They exported cacao beans to Europe. D. It was considered a gift from the gods. The correct answer is B. It was cultivated for ceremonial and luxury purposes. The passage explicitly states that the Olmecs used cacao in ceremonial drinks and as a luxury item.
Question number 2. According to the passage, how did the Aztecs view cacao? A. As a gift from their god. B. As an ordinary food item. C. As a beverage for trade. D. As a product for industrial mass production. The correct answer is A. As a gift from their god. The passage mentions that the Aztecs revered cacao as a gift from their god Quetzalcoatl.
Question number 3. When did Europeans begin consuming cacao as a sweetened product? A. During the Olmec civilization. B. After it became widely available in the 19th century. C. During the Aztec Empire. D. After the Spanish encountered cacao in the Americas and brought it to Europe. The correct answer is D. After the Spanish encountered cacao in the Americas and brought it to Europe. The passage explains that Spanish explorers discovered cacao when they encountered the Aztec Empire in the 16th century. They later brought cacao beans back to Europe, where people began adding sugar and cinnamon to make it taste sweeter. This shows that cacao was first sweetened after it reached Europe, that is, after the Spanish contact with the Americas but before the 19th century industrial period.
Question number 4. What technological advancement in the 19th century affected chocolate production? A. Sweetening techniques. B. The invention of ceremonial drinks. C. Industrial technology enabling mass production. D. Cacao cultivation methods. The correct answer is C. Industrial technology enabling mass production. The passage explains that industrial advances in the 19th century allowed chocolate to become accessible to the general population.
Question number 5. What concern does the passage raise about modern cacao production? A. Lack of tropical climates. B. Decreasing popularity of chocolate. C. Unsustainable farming and worker exploitation. D. Excessive taxation of cacao beans. The correct answer is C. Unsustainable farming and worker exploitation. The passage discusses issues such as sustainability and worker exploitation in cacao-producing regions.
Question number 6. Why were cacao beans valuable in the Aztec economy? A. They could be used to pay taxes. B. They were a primary export item. C. They were essential for ceremonial drinks. D. They were the Aztecs' main food source. The correct answer is A. They could be used to pay taxes. This goes back to the last sentence of the first paragraph. The passage states that cacao beans were so valuable they were often used to pay taxes.
Question number 7. What role did sugar and cinnamon play in the history of chocolate? A. They made cacao cultivation easier. B. They were used to sweeten chocolate in Europe. C. They replaced cacao in some products. D. They enhanced ceremonial uses of cacao. The correct answer is B. They were used to sweeten chocolate in Europe. This goes back to third sentence of paragraph 2. The passage explains that Europeans added sugar and cinnamon to create a more palatable chocolate product.
Question number 8. Which of the following best describes the passage's organization? A. It contrasts ancient and modern uses of cacao. B. It describes cacao's role in the Aztec economy. C. It explains the historical development of chocolate. D. It outlines the geographical limitations of cacao cultivation. The correct answer is C. It explains the historical development of chocolate. The passage traces the history of chocolate from its ancient origins to modern challenges. At its most basic, we can divide it into 4 distinct periods marking significant milestones. First, its origins in the Americas. Second, its introduction to the Spaniards. This is followed by adaptation by the Europeans in general. And finally, its modern transformation into how we come to know chocolate today.
Question number 9. What does the passage imply about fair trade certifications? A. They have completely solved the issue of exploitation. B. They are being implemented to address ethical concerns. C. They are unnecessary in cacao production. D. They were first introduced in the 19th century. The correct answer is B. They are being implemented to address ethical concerns. The passage mentions that fair trade certifications are part of efforts to tackle sustainability and exploitation issues. You will find this in the very last sentence of the passage.
Question number 10. Based on the passage, what is one reason cacao cultivation is challenging? A. The demand for cacao is decreasing. B. There is insufficient land for cultivation. C. Industrial technology cannot process cacao. D. The cacao tree requires specific climatic conditions. The correct answer is D. The cacao tree requires specific climatic conditions. The passage notes that cacao grows only in tropical climates, making its cultivation geographically limited. This is mentioned in the second sentence of the last paragraph.
You have just completed a TOEFL reading practice test featuring the origins of chocolate. Check out our other TOEFL Reviewer videos to practice listening, speaking, and writing, all available here on Review Central. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming TOEFL and other exam reviewers.